One emergency room trip, one very confusing bill. The hospital billed $4,900, but half of that, $2,450, vanishes before you owe a single cent. Your real share comes to $2,090. None of these numbers is random. By the end, you will read the one form that explains all three and know exactly what you actually owe. Meet Jordan again. Same employer plan from last episode, now on its 2026 numbers. A $2,000 deductible, 20% coinsurance, and a $10,600 out-of-pocket max, the yearly ceiling on what he can pay. This week he rolls an ankle badly and ends up in the emergency room. One visit. We are going to follow the bill from the sticker price all the way to the form that lands in his mailbox and translate every line. Quick note before we start. This is decision math, not financial or insurance advice, so talk to a licensed pro before you act. Some links in the description are affiliate links. If you use them, they may earn us a small commission at no cost to you, which helps keep these free. Always run your own numbers. What pays us never changes the verdict. Here's the whole journey in one breath. First, a billed charge, the sticker price. Then an allowed amount, the real negotiated price. Your deductible and coinsurance split that real price. Weeks later, one form explains the whole thing. It is called an explanation of benefits. Learn to read it, and no bill can bluff you. First, how much does an emergency room visit actually cost? The best national data puts the average allowed amount at $2,453 per visit. That figure comes from 2019 claims, published in 2022, and it is still the newest full breakdown available. A quarter of visits came in under $970. Another quarter ran past $3,043. So Jordan's bill is going to land right in the fat middle of that range. Stage 1, the billed charge. Jordan's itemized total reads $4,900. This is the charge master price. Think of it as the hospital's sticker. Almost nobody actually pays it. It is the opening number, not the real one. In network, it is about to shrink fast. Stage 2 is the most important number in this whole video, the allowed amount. It is the price the hospital and the plan already agreed on. Jordan's bill starts at that $4,900 sticker. Then it drops to an allowed amount of $2,450. The other $2,450 is simply written off. On an in-network visit, you owe none of it, and every calculation from here runs on the allowed number, never the sticker. Why does the sticker collapse like that? Because your plan and the hospital pre-negotiated a rate. That negotiated rate is the allowed amount. In network, the write-off is not your problem. But there is a catch worth one sentence. Out of network, that protection can vanish. We give those surprise bills their own episode. Picture the smallest version first. A clinic bills $100 for a covered service. Your plan's allowed amount is $70. In network, that $30 gap is written off. You never owe it. Your cost sharing applies to the $70, not the $100. Now scale that exact move up. Same math, a $4,900 emergency room bill. Now the allowed amount runs the same gate as last episode. Step 1, the deductible. Jordan has not paid any of it yet. So the first $2,000 of that allowed amount is all his. Step 2, coinsurance. That leaves just $450 of allowed charges. His 20% share is $90, and the plan covers the rest. His running total lands at $2,090. Meeting the deductible did not make care free. It only moved him to paying a slice. That $2,090 does one more thing. It counts toward his out-of-pocket max of $10,600. So this one visit fills about a fifth of that ceiling. Reaching the deductible only unlocked coinsurance. Reaching the ceiling is what unlocks free care. Weeks later, this shows up. It is the explanation of benefits. Read it top to bottom. Amount billed, $4,900. Plan discount, $2,450. The write-off you owe nothing on. The allowed amount is also $2,450 because this bill happened to split exactly in half. Plan paid $360 and what you owe $2,090. Now look at the top corner. It says this is not a bill. This is the number one confusion in medical billing. An explanation of benefits is not a bill. It is your plan showing its work. The real invoice comes separately from the hospital. When it arrives, check its total. It should match the UO line here. If the two do not match, call and ask why. If the explanation of benefits finally makes sense now, subscribe. We are decoding one confusing health insurance decision every episode this fall, all sourced, all in plain math. It keeps you from overpaying, and it genuinely helps the channel. Now the honest footnotes. That clean order, deductible then coinsurance, is not universal. Two things bend it. First, many plans charge a flat copay for the emergency room. That copay can sit on top or replace part of it. It depends on your plan. Second, preventive care skips the whole line and stays free. Here's a copay trap worth knowing. Many plans waive the emergency room copay if you are admitted, but under observation instead of admitted, the copay often stands. Same bed, same night, very different bill. This one is plan-specific, not a federal rule, so always read your own plan first. Ever wonder why the emergency room specifically is so expensive? One number explains most of it. About 80% of an emergency room visit's cost is the facility fee. That is the charge just for walking through the door before a single doctor touches you. And it has exploded. Facility fees jumped more than 500% from 2004 to 2021. The doctor's fees inside rose just 132% over the same years, far slower. One more warning before the recap. A 2022 federal law banned most surprise emergency room bills. If an out-of-network doctor treats you there, you are protected, mostly, but there is a gaping hole. Ground ambulances were left out of that law. An ambulance ride can still bill you out of network. We give surprise bills their own full episode. 6 myths settled. 1. The explanation of benefits is a bill. False, it is a report. 2. Hit your deductible and the rest is free. False, coinsurance runs until your out-of-pocket max. 3. You owe the sticker price. False, in network you owe based on the lower allowed amount. 4. Your emergency room copay always counts toward the deductible. Usually false, it is plan-specific. 5. Preventive care is always free, only while it stays coded as preventive. 6. Insurance approval means no surprise bill. False, ground ambulances can still balance bill you. So next time a form arrives, read it in order. First, check if it says, not a bill. Then compare billed to allowed, and ignore the discount. Next, see how much hit your deductible versus coinsurance. Then check your running total against your out-of-pocket max. And if a provider might be out of network, pause first. Here's the whole model on one card. Every medical bill runs the same path. A billed charge gets cut down to an allowed amount. That allowed amount splits into your share and the plans. Your out-of-pocket max caps the whole thing. The explanation of benefits just shows that path in writing. Jordan's scary $4,900 emergency room bill really cost him $2,090, and now he can read exactly why. One more thing. Every number in this video is linked in the description, pulled straight from the source. We do not make these up. Go check any of them yourself. Next episode, we crack open the plan names themselves. AHMO, PPO, EPO, and POS. What each one actually costs you in freedom and in dollars, and which type quietly traps you with the wrong doctor. That is the next one. I will see you there.